welcome. This is Alice with the Real Houses of the Bay Area, and today I want to take you on a before and after home tour of Project Chardonnay. This project was located here in Fremont. It was a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,200 square foot house. The residents include a mom, dad, a grade school son, as well as a preschool daughter. The project budget was under $100,000 and we had a very tight time frame. The husband was working locally as he had gotten a new job here while his family was still living in Seattle. So we had just a very short window to get everything done before we had a hard deadline because the family was then going to move in and the house needed to be ready. Let's take a quick look at the before. Here's the exterior. We did repaint the entire house, replaced the garage door, added some lighting. This was the stairwell that you saw immediately upon entering the home, so we replaced the carpet and painted the banisters. We did remove all of the popcorn ceiling throughout the house and replaced light fixtures like this that came down and just added recessed lighting, which made a big difference. Cosmetic changes like this where there was a plate added to a thermostat, we removed it, patched the walls, and made it look a lot cleaner. Now, the tenants were using the space as a daycare. Obviously, all of those kitty things went away, and the formal dining room was restored to its original intent. The kitchen actually was not in bad condition, and originally the homeowners wanted to keep it the way it was, but as you'll see, as we started doing the renovation, leaving this space as is made it really stick out like a sore thumb. The family room was directly across from the kitchen, and we replaced the flooring. It was laminate before. We put in hardwood floors and added a built-in. The powder room was okay, but very builder basic. We did gut this and put in new finishes and removed all the fluorescent lighting, just like we did here in this hall bathroom. And then we also upgraded the master bedroom with built-in wall sconces. We've added the electrical for that and changed out the new carpet. The master bathroom was a huge difference. It was a very long and narrow space, and you see where there's a window between the two vanity sinks. That posed a huge design dilemma for us, and we had to close that up. The master shower was very small and very tight, and so we actually extended that a little. The laundry room, nothing wrong with it, but nothing exciting. Let's take a closer look at the exterior. We did repaint the entire exterior, replace light fixtures, and we added light fixtures to either side of the garage door. So let's take a look at the before, the during, and the after. We also repainted the trellis that was in the backyard, but that also meant that we would have to remove the vines that were growing on the trellis, unfortunately. Moving on to our entry and living room, here is our new and improved entry. The stairs got new carpeting as well as the entire upstairs. The rails were painted a nice bright white. The living room got new recessed lighting installed and all the popcorn ceiling was removed. And then hardwood flooring was installed throughout the first floor. Everything was sanded and stained a nice rich dark color, which created a very modern aesthetic. In the dining room, we basically just replaced the light fixture with a crystal chandelier of the homeowner's choosing. And if you'll notice, we also installed taller baseboard throughout. The powder room got a complete gut makeover. We removed all of the old finishes and replaced it with a brand new vanity. We chose new tile to go with the vanity. We repainted it, new toilet, new bath bar, new mirrors, new hardware. It's all brand new. The most important change in the kitchen was replacing the fluorescent light box. So we removed it, raised the ceiling a little bit, created a tray ceiling, and installed the recessed lighting. If you'll recall, there used to be laminate flooring that ran from the family room into the kitchen. That was removed and we installed hardwood flooring throughout. Now you can see from the stain here against the existing color of the cabinetry, it just didn't pop. And when we saw how everything else looked in the house, the kitchen just looked dated. So the homeowners were finally convinced that it was necessary to repaint the cabinetry, which we did, and it made such a big difference. In the family room, we installed recessed lighting where there was no pre-existing lighting. We also removed that laminate flooring and installed hardwood floors. And then it was time to choose the stain. And we included the wife who was in Seattle. Here we are FaceTiming her. You gotta love technology. We embraced it. She was part of the process. We put down the stains. They wanted a modern aesthetic and was going for a darker finish, but just like anyone, you get scared, they choose the finish that is a little bit safer, and it ended up not being quite as dark as they wanted. So we went through and ended up putting another coat down of a darker color, and it turned out exactly the way they wanted it. That fireplace wall was screaming for a built-in. It was not originally in the budget, but after careful consideration, the homeowners decided to have built-in custom cabinets designed and installed, and it made such a big difference. You don't realize what a big impact it has to have floor-to-ceiling, wall-to-wall cabinetry designed and created specifically for your space. It actually made the room feel taller, and that wall became so much more important. It balanced that wimpy little fireplace that had no mantle on it against the kitchen that was right behind it. I wish I had a finished photo for you of this space. Unfortunately, this is the closest thing I have. At this point, the homeowners had moved in and we were really working around everyone's schedule. Moving on to the hall bathroom, also known as the kids' bath. I love demo day. I love getting rid of the old so we can bring in the new. But unfortunately, we did find some water damage in the subfloor, which needed to be repaired before we install a nice new deep tub so that the kids can enjoy their baths and not have water splashing all over the place. Here we are trying to decide which direction to lay the 18 by 24 tiles, whether we do it vertically or horizontally, and we ended up doing it horizontally to create a little more width in the space, which is kind of narrow and deep. The homeowners wanted marble for the bathroom, so we went with a marble mosaic subway tile from the tub deck all the way up to the ceiling, which creates height. We also went with a coordinating honeycomb in the shampoo niche. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I love shampoo niches. You have a spot specifically for all the bottles, and in the bottom you have a spot for your soaps and your razors. We went with a gray grout, which really gave it a more modern look here. And then we went with very simple finishes. We marked out where all the hardware was going to be once things were installed, so you know where it's going to make the most sense. We love this Pulse shower spa. It's so affordable that even the kids can enjoy the luxuries that normally would just be reserved for maybe the master. Moving on to the master bedroom and bath. This is the bed wall. We were installing wall sconces on this wall, and I had it all mapped out specifically with the size of the bed and the light fixtures in mind, but the extra holes are because somebody else decided that they were going to create their own design. No. That's not how it works. The struggle is real. Here we are demoing the existing master shower space, which was fairly small. So what we did was we borrowed a little space from the adjoining closet and created a bench space. As you can see here, this is where we were doing the hot mopping waterproofing process. And that bench that you see that we built, that extra 15 to 18 inches makes a big difference when you're actually standing in the shower. We installed this 18 by 24 inch marble tile on the floors as well as on the walls of the shower. And of course, we have our shampoo niche, which is very, very important. Having this be this clean, white, bright space made it feel so modern that it is like night and day from where we started. The vanity area was a challenge because it was very narrow and very long. And with that window right in between the two vanity sinks posed design challenges because we didn't have the budget to have custom cabinets made. We had to work with prefab cabinetry that has set dimensions. The only way to get around it was to close up that window, which actually created a much better flow for everything. We now had space to install all of the electrical needs that we had. We had room to hang the mirrors as well as the wall sconces. And one element that we included in this design that I absolutely love is that we went with an armoire for them to house their linens versus having another built-in cabinet installed in the bathroom, which is so typical. We didn't do a lot to the laundry room, but I'm glad we ended up replacing the flooring because we uncovered some water damage from the adjoining hall bathroom when we did the demo. There was also some mildew issues due to poor ventilation. Basically what we did was install some new lighting, we replaced the flooring, we repainted, added some hardwood to the freshly painted cabinets, and there you go, fresh, clean, new laundry space. All of the bedrooms basically got cosmetic makeovers. We added some recessed lighting, repainted, added new baseboard, replaced the carpet, and then we also replaced the bifold closet doors in each of the rooms to doors that coordinated with what was existing throughout the house. To close out this home tour, I wanted to share some of my WTF moments on this project, and there were quite a few. I had a very challenging experience working with this specific contractor. I mean, take a look at this door. Is there something wrong with this picture? Why are the knobs so dang close together and they're not even level? Okay? And then this was in the laundry room. Okay, so the old flooring was higher than the new flooring, but you don't notice that maybe there needs to be some caulking that needs to be done in all of these edges? I mean, do we just leave these details alone? And this is the kicker. So the man decided that he himself will carry the vanity for the hall bath all the way upstairs by his lonesome, and he wasn't able to do that. So what happens? He pushes it up the stairs. He doesn't make it. It slides all the way down. He's lucky he didn't kill himself. And along the way, he scratches up the stair rails and the flooring. I mean, seriously, what more can you say except WTF? Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this before and after tour of Project Chardonnay. If you did, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already done so. We look forward to sharing more with you from the real houses of the Bay Area. We'll see you in the next video.